welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa Morel, and if you're new around here, I'm a personal stylist for the everyday woman. So we often film body shape masterclasses for you. I think there's 35 on there right now, which is where we dress women of all different shapes and sizes. But generally speaking, I'm an educational stylist. I run a style academy where I teach others how to become personal stylists, and we also have courses for just the individuals, perhaps like yourselves out there, who just want to improve on their own style. So in today's video, we're going to look at the basics needed to build a capsule wardrobe. Now, your capsule wardrobe will look differently to my capsule wardrobe, but the core pieces should still be very similar. They may change because of different styles of jeans, for example, but generally speaking, you should be able to look at the basic categories and make sure that you've got something within that basic category represented in your own wardrobe. Now, the first place to start with your basics are your base layers. When we're working with clients, we always insist that they have at least these three basics in their wardrobe. So first of all, we've got a basic long sleeve top that is low or round neck, so that you can't necessarily see the neckline on certain clothes. So this gives us a neutral layer. It's not grey, it's not blue, it's not any other colour other than a white or an off-white colour. Greys, blues, blacks, they don't work as part of a base layer. You need the freshness of this one. And this one is great because it's actually got the padded bust line already sewn in. So you can wear it either with a bra or without a bra, and it's incredibly comfy. It's also only £24.90, and it's got like a heat tech quality to it. So it's going to keep you really nice and warm. Next, we've got a good old plain white t-shirt. Now, the main reason that we put this into the wardrobe during the winter time is for the neckline here. So you want to get a white t-shirt that is going to show above your jumper. Now, if you're larger busted, a white high neck t-shirt probably isn't going to be that flattering for you. So instead, we suggest going for a white V-neck instead. This is our favourite one. It's from COS and it's £19. So starting off with cardigans and jumpers. Your capsule wardrobe won't work unless you have got a selection of neutral colour jumpers or cardigans in your wardrobe. And when we say neutral colours, we mean white, off-white, cream, something on those lines. The reason for that is I could pull out any jacket of any colour and it will always go on top of cream or white. If you were wearing a black jumper, for example, the black doesn't go with lots of other colours. It's a very big myth that black goes with everything. It simply doesn't. It makes an outfit look very dark, very dull, and very unstylish, in all honesty. So given how important a neutral white cream base layer is, I've got a number to show you to start us off. And I've called a load in from Lily Silk, and that is because, honest to God, I wear this one, which is one of my favourites from them, all the time, and I'm going to show you throughout this video how by just wearing the one item it will go with anything. And this one here is a particular favourite of mine. I know you've seen it a million times before. I've actually been doing 30 days of outfits over on Instagram, and I reckon half of them so far use this jumper. It's 100% cashmere, and it's like this brushed, fluffy texture. It's got no itchiness to it whatsoever. I literally just wear my bra underneath it, but obviously you could wear one of the base layers if you do find this sort of thing itchy. I'm wearing it in a size medium, and I've also added the shoulder pads to it here. That's just to give me some structure because I'm hippier on the bottom, but remember those shoulder pads will benefit you if you're larger busted or if you've got a big stomach as well. So I do have a discount code for you for Lily Silk. In fact, I've got two discount codes for you. So one is for 20% off and one is for 25% off. We'll also write them in the description box as well for you. Now those discount codes are going to make the Lily Silk jumpers a lot more affordable for you. But what I would say is I've had numerous H&M Mango cream jumpers that, because they're cream and they're in the wash all the time, they just don't last. So when you buy a good quality one, the cost per wear, especially when you use a discount code, is actually very low. I think I've had this one maybe for 1.5 to 2 years. They do still do it though, I have checked, and it still looks as clean and fresh as new. And yes, I do put it in the washing machine. Now, the manufacturers say that you can't put it in the washing machine and that you should dry clean it. So it's not what I do, but I'm not telling you that's what you should do, because then I will get into trouble. But that is what I do. It goes in the washing machine on a hand wash, probably twice a week. Definitely doesn't go in the dryer, but I've never had any issues whatsoever. I know a lot of you ask me about sizing with Lily Silk, so I think I've sorted it out in my head. For their cashmere jumpers for sort of normal everyday wear, then I would say you need to size up to get the drape so it falls nicely. If you're looking at their cashmere loungewear sets that are made to be more relaxed in the first place, then I would just take your normal size. So everything in today's video is just going to be very basic styling. So I'm starting off with a carrot jean. I'm going to talk to you more in a little bit about styles of jeans. But I've just coordinated a very small little kitten heel, and they are tiny. Look. There we go. And in fact, wearing a high heel shoe these days can actually look quite tacky. A kitten heel is very much more in fashion and will make you look more appropriate for today's dressing. So I've just teamed it with a burgundy bag there as well, and there you go, it's as simple as that. So let me see if I can prove my point a little bit to you in terms of a neutral jumper here and how you can just add on any jacket there afterwards, and it's always going to look styled and put together. So first of all, this great one from Mango, lovely neutral colour, goes with everything. Slightly oversized, I would definitely go down. This is a size small, but a darker jacket works just as well, again because the base is neutral. If that was a black top, that would look incredibly dull and nothing would feel bright and fresh about the outfit. And just quickly, this is the cardigan version of the same jumper that I've just shown. Again, wear it all the time, had it last year, they've still got it in this year, and it's got the same beautiful qualities. Start here with just a navy long pair of trousers, and it goes beautifully, and you can dress it up or you can dress it down. Really good one, especially if you're large chested and you need the V element and you can't find it in a V-neck jumper. Then a cardigan is always the way to go. Just make sure that you keep the buttons done up and utilize that V to break up the bust area. And this is where you can wear your white V-neck t-shirt underneath as well, so that you still get a layer underneath should you find this type of jumper itchy. But again, I don't find this one itchy at all. Now there's a couple of other options that Lily Silk do in slightly different cashmere or wool knits that are all neutral and that are all lovely. So I'll run you through them really quickly. I'll try and give you an indication on the sizing as well. So this is their baby cashmere crew neck sweater. So this is in the same size, a size medium, but it's slightly tighter fitting. But for me, I wear this very much as a base layer. So the fact that it's a little bit tighter doesn't bother me at all, because I often want to layer up over it, maybe with a blazer or something on those lines. So I actually want it a little bit thinner. But these are the things you need to consider in your own wardrobe about what you want to wear it with, how you want to wear it, what do you want to wear it under, what do you want to wear it over, and then make a judgment call on the sizing. It's not just a matter of saying, well, I am a size 14 and therefore I'm going to buy a size 14. So this one is actually Harvest from Goat Kids, but more importantly, it is certified by the Good Cashmere Standard. and that guarantees sustainability and fair labour practices. In terms of the feel, it's incredibly lightweight, it's soft, it's definitely warm, and it's got a very luxury feel to it. It seems to be very skin friendly, it certainly doesn't make me itch, and it's very breathable as well. So it's often one of the cashmeres that I can get on clients that say, I can't wear wool, I can't wear cashmere because I find it itchy. But if you do find anything itchy, then this is what we've got the base layers for. This can create a really nice shape underneath and will stop any of the wool or the cashmere itching you in any way. But like I say, this one feels absolutely lovely and doesn't itch me at all. I don't wear anything other than my bra underneath it. Now again, just to push this point further, the fact that it is neutral is allowing me to bring in another colour, for example. So I've picked up the burgundy bag, I've got a burgundy shoe on as well. And you could add in that third colour to this outfit because your top is neutral. If I put the black jumper on again, you'll see that it doesn't create as fresh as a look. Now, one thing you might notice is that I tend to insert some shoulder pads into my cashmere jumpers, and that's to give me some structure on the shoulders so that it balances out my hips, so it recreates that hourglass shape. I think where people often go wrong in jumpers is that they have a really low drop sleeve, and the drop sleeve combined with a big bust and a higher neck makes you look and feel a lot bigger. The beauty of these jumpers is that they drape beautifully. It's warmth without bulk, and that's what you're looking for as your basic foundation pieces. So just to throw a couple of other options for you for neutral jumpers, this one is beautiful, absolutely love that lovely rib. It drapes really nicely. It's got this sort of oversized, comfy feel to it. I'm wearing it in a size medium. I probably could have taken the small, to be honest with you, in this one. I'm using the elastic bands on the arms just to hold them up there. Now this one is actually 70% wool and 30% cashmere, and I think they call that the golden ratio because it's meant to provide like the luxurious feeling from cashmere, but you get reduced pilling from it. I do have a really good debobbler anyway, which I will link on the Moonsif board, but you get the warmth without the bulk. And one quick last point on this is that when you've got a nice quality jumper that is neutral in colour, has a neckline to suit your bust line, you can wear it both casually and dressed up. So right now I have just got on a £22 pair of jogging pants, some wide leg jogging pants. I'll link them on the board for you. They're in the colour of the season, which is the burgundy. Got them on with trainers, but the fact that I've got them on with this nicer quality jumper means I can be in my relaxed wear and still look, and more importantly, feel nice. I think as soon as we put our relaxed items on, we tend to go for the scruffy top to go with it, where it's actually the opposite. It's called high-low dressing. So we've gone low on the bottoms with just a standard jogging pant, and we've gone high on top. And when you do that, it also enables you to add in a nice wool coat to smarten the look up even further. This is where those nice long sleeves come into play here. We can push the coat up a little bit there, and you've still got the warmth from these long sleeves. Add in your bag, and you've now got an incredibly relaxed, yet still smart and put together and very comfortable outfit. And if we didn't have this white freshness in the middle, all of this would look incredibly dull, dark, and just not very stylish at all. Now, for those of you who don't like white and need a V-neck jumper, this one is gorgeous. It's the same brushed cashmere as the white one that I always wear, and whenever I need a V-neck, this is the one I go to. Now let me show you a couple of things with this and why it's good. So first of all, the V-neck is low enough. Often when you get a V-neck, it comes at about that level there. And I appreciate that a lot of women don't want it much lower, but you are better to go for one that's got a lower V-neck like this. And then I'll show you a trick in a minute of how to fill that area up. So it's got a lovely V-neck. I've still added in my shoulder pads, even though it's more of a drop sleeve, because again, that's going to give a structure, and you need to do that if you've got a bigger bust. I've got it tucked in at the moment. However, it has got a tighter hem here. And when you've got a tighter hem like that, it makes your waist look smaller because look, the jumper bags over that tighter hem, and so this bit is obviously going to look smaller if you've made the bit above it look bigger, because look, my hips now look much smaller. And I just styled this one with a black carrot jean, so it's exactly the same jean as I had on earlier on, but just in the faded black. These are about £35 and they come in 3 different leg lengths. I'm wearing a UK short size 8. I think they go up to about a size 22, size 24 as well. And those are the boots that I'm pairing it with. So I've gone for a patent boot, nice block heel. Look at the point on that. These are a Marks and Spencer's boot, so they're incredibly comfortable. They've got that cloud, is it cloud technology? I can't remember, but it makes it really, really soft even when you're in a heel. And the black painting against the matte of the jeans is actually a really nice contrast. Again, it goes back to the high-low contrast. That is going to make a very relaxed, simple outfit look a lot more polished because of the painting. And the same happens when you wear suede as well. So that's another little trick to elevate your own wardrobe. And there you go. There's the little trick with the V-neck white t-shirt underneath. That's going to give you perhaps another couple of centimeters to save your modesty if you have got a larger chest or your cleavage does come up very high and that makes you personally quite uncomfortable. What you don't want is something like that. Now you're just going to actually make your bust look bigger. It's going to look like it starts from here. So manipulate that into place where it should naturally fall and just use it as that fresh outline for yourself. And they also do that jumper in the same version but in the grey. Can you tell I've got literally every single one of their jumpers in the studio because yeah, I love them. And now you can see how the white round neck t-shirt comes into play. And hence why you need the round neck, the lower round neck and the V-neck to account for the different types of jumpers that you might have in your wardrobe. Now another V-neck type of option as a basic piece in your capsule wardrobe, so I'm talking specifically to those people who feel quite busty, is a wrap jumper. Now these never go out of style, but what you wear it with should change all the time. So right now I've got it with the same carrot jeans that I had on earlier on because that's a modern style of jean. If I was to put it with a skinny jean, then it might look very dated and mumsy. Though that said, it looks like the skinnies are making a return already. I can't quite believe it. They haven't even really gone yet, but they seem to be making a return. This cardigan, beautiful. It's 75% cashmere and 25% silk. So you can imagine what it feels like. Now grey's also classed as a neutral, but it shouldn't be at the expense of the white jumpers. So the white jumpers come first, then the grey's an additional colour in your wardrobe that just helps to change things up a little bit. So next I wanted to look at jeans, but I wanted to do different jean shapes in conjunction with the right type of shoe to wear with that shape. Now remember, you need to keep in mind your lifestyle. For my lifestyle, I need heels, I need trainers, and I need practical boots as well. So I need all 3. You might not need all 3. Therefore, you need to just focus in on the one that you need for your lifestyle. And I'll tell you right now, everybody looks better in a heel because it's going to elongate you, it's going to make you look taller, it's going to make you stand better. But if it's not practical for your lifestyle, then forget about the heel or make the heel relevant to your lifestyle. So what I mean by that, I showed these shoes earlier on. Look how tiny that heel is in terms of the height. So that means I can wear a heel more often because I can shop in that, I can go to the pub in it, I can socialise in it without my feet hurting. So starting off, we've got a wide leg straight jean. So these are incredibly popular right now, but these look best when you have either got a pointed or an almond, or at best a square toe shoe. If you have got a rounded shoe, and particularly if that shoe is rounded and black, it's not going to look very good. So what the pointed toe will do is create an elongation. It'll make your legs look longer and slimmer. But I do get it that a lot of people don't want to wear a pointed toe. So there are various compromises that you can make. And often those compromises are very, very subtle, and it comes down to you really studying the boots that you're looking at. So at the most extreme, you've got a point like that. So obviously the fabric is leather, and that's going to really squeeze your toes into a definite point, which will give a really sharp look. But next you've got something like this, which is a boot that I often wear. I find these really comfortable, but because it is pointed but it's in a suede fabric, it's a lot more forgiving than a leather boot that doesn't quite stretch just as much. This one tends to mold to your feet more. The fabric boots actually from Vivea are very, very good for that as well. Now this one here, this is a new boot of mine. Can you see it's just got a slightly squared toe there? So once again, that is going to give the profile of a pointed shoe, but it's actually going to be slightly more comfortable. And then you've got a shoe like this that I wear quite a lot, and I would wear this with an ankle grazer jean. I'll show you that in a minute. But look at the heel, it's flat. So pointed doesn't have to mean high-heeled. So you can these days, they're often classed as the cowboy boots that are more pointed, or at least pointed squarish towards the bottom. All of those selections that I've just shown you will go really well with a wide leg jean. What wouldn't go well is something like this. That's like a track boot. So that is going to make the outfit look very dark, very masculine, and it will lack any femininity, really. So the way in which we wear our track boots like this, a big sturdier boot, is to always wear them with an ankle grazer jean. Now a wide, long-legged jean also works very well with a trainer, but less so when you are shorter and wider, because the trainer is then going to exaggerate those proportions even more. So that's why we often say to people who are shorter and curvier to wear more of a platform trainer, just to give that little bit of extra height. But in terms of the look, then a trainer and a wide leg jean can look really nice, particularly if you've got lovely long legs. Then a trainer would hands down be my favourite look. When you've got an ankle jean on, then it's not so much as a problem, so we'll show you that now. So just before I start talking about the shoes and the jeans, let me talk to you a little bit about the shape I've got on right now. So this is called an ankle grazer jean. So it comes about, I always get asked this question, it's about 2 or 3 fingers above my ankle bone. And often I just get a pair of scissors and cut them off to where I want them. But you have to be careful in doing that, because certain shoes are going to come up higher up the foot than others. So for example, a trainer here, hopefully you can see the difference, that the trainer comes further up my foot. And what you need to make sure is that when you've got an ankle grazer jean on, even when the trainer is coming further up, you can still see a little bit of your flesh. So it's not uncommon for myself to have to turn them over by one just when I've got a trainer on, and then I let it down again if I've got more of a mule shoe on. Now back to the actual jean shape. So this is called a carrot jean. So they actually go out in a curve like that and then taper in at the bottom, and they're actually a shape that suits the majority of shapes. We go through the main shapes. Let's say you have got a larger stomach and you've got a flat bottom and small, tiny, thin legs. Then in order to make your stomach look smaller, you need to broaden your bottom half. And that's exactly what these jeans will do, because they go out like that. So it's a perfect shape for you. If you have got curvier thighs like myself, then the carrot shape actually starts from the top of the thigh here and again comes out. So it's not clinging tight to this particular area. So it's almost like it smooths over the thigh area and again comes into that point. Now, if you have got the more shapely thighs, but you haven't got much definition around your waistline, then that's the only shape that can't wear these type of jeans. And that's because you end up looking very block-like all the way through here. So if you've got the bigger thighs, you need to show off the smaller waist so we can see the comparison, and yeah, it just doesn't look straight up, straight down. If you've got an hourglass shape in the first place, then absolutely brilliant. Just make sure you broaden your shoulders, because we have widened you on the bottom area, which means we need to widen you on the top, and then everything else in the middle will look smaller. If you have got broad shoulders, then these are great because they're going to add the width around the bottom area to balance out those shoulders. So they're actually a really, really great style. I wear two different types. I wear these ones from Marks and Spencer's, and then I've got a second pair from Abercrombie, which I will show you right now. So these ones here are sometimes described as a carrot jean, but sometimes described as a barrel jean as well. So they're a lot more exaggerated than the carrot ones that I just had on. So you can usually tell that by this triangular piece that comes down here. They're quite a fashion statement, and they're not going to be for everybody. I actually quite like them though. I think they look quite funky, but I get it, they're not going to be everybody's taste. But in terms of the people they would suit, then it's exactly the same as the carrot jeans. Okay, so talking about shoes now that go with an ankle crop jean. And when we say an ankle crop jean, it doesn't have to be the carrot jean like this. It can be any ankle crop jean, whether that's a wide cropped leg, a tapered leg, it doesn't matter. The good news is that most types of boots and shoes all go with the ankle crazer jean. So if you want to just buy one jean in your wardrobe, then this is the one to buy. So right now I've got some black boots on with it. There's some nice patent black boots. Now, it doesn't matter whether you are wearing a high heel black boot or a flat heeled black boot, it doesn't matter. But yes, black goes. However, right now I've got three colours going on. So I've got the cream, the blue and the black. So nothing is feeling styled, nothing is going together. So that can really easily be rectified by just picking up one extra black piece. So can you see now how the shoes fit into the outfit? They're not just standing there bold by themselves, they're now looking styled because I've picked up one other item that is also darker in colour. And that principle works for pretty much any shoes. So right now you can see how a tiny kitten heel is working. This is a burgundy heel. They're really nice heels actually. I'll link them on the board for you. So I've just grabbed a burgundy bag, and that's going to help bring the outfit together. But let's have a look at a more practical boot. So now I've got a heavier boot on, and I've gone for a lighter colour in that boot because I've got a lighter colour jacket on. So again, that is helping to bring the outfit together. If I now picked out my black heavier boots and paired it with the cream jacket, hopefully you'll see at the side of me now how that isn't going to look as styled and together. So when you're buying these winter pieces, you need to be thinking about your entire outfit. How will your shoes and your main jacket come together? And it doesn't have to be exactly the same colour. It can just be tones of those colours. In fact, tonal dressing is actually really, really nice. And this coat, by the way, is gorgeous. It's a Bali one, so it's not cheap, so we'll try and find some alternatives for you. It's obviously got this really big lovely collar on, which I just absolutely love, and then it's got the pull-in sort of drawstring around the back there. So at the front it's got that sort of modern straight look, but then you've got the cinching in around the back part, which gives you shape from behind, so you don't look like a big marshmallow from behind. So yeah, and it's a down coat, so it's incredibly warm. In fact, the other day I took Monty walking in it, and it started off flat, and as I was walking the coat started puffing up like that, and my husband was like, that's because it's down, and that's because because, you know, the air is all getting in there and I was boiling by the end of the walk. So yeah, it's a really nice coat. So let's talk about coats in a little bit more detail as well, because they obviously form part of your basic capsule wardrobe. But the coats that you need in your wardrobe might be very different to what I need. And often the need comes from your lifestyle, obviously, but also the type of jeans or the type of trousers or the type of skirt that you're actually wearing the coats with. So for example, with the ankle grazer jean, then lots of different styles of coats go. So as you can see right now, I've got a modern aviator type of jacket on. So that's going to give a specific look. I've paired it again with my boots on the bottom. So I've got the dark and I've got the dark going on here. But there's absolutely no reason why you couldn't change this up for a nice wool coat, for example. There you go, something like that. This one is lovely. It's from Mango. They come oversized, so I'm wearing a size small in it. And you'll notice right now I've kept on the black boots, and so I've put the black bag with it just to make sure that that styling is all together. If I change my boots now for a different colour, I would also probably change the bag as well. So let me mock that up for you to show you. There you go, so I've gone with a whiter, fresher boot now. So this is more your tonal dressing. So it's the creams, the beiges, the browns. It's not the high-low, so the stark contrast of the black and the creams. So I've just picked up a similar colour bag there as well to finish that outfit off. But coats like this also go really well with a sturdier, heavier boot, especially when you've got the ankle crop jean on. There you go. So you can see these boots are going just as well. Now, if we had tried to put all of those different boots and shoes with the long-legged blue jeans, they wouldn't have worked so well, which is why most of the time, if a client wants just one pair of jeans, then we would put in an ankle grazer of some sort for them. And keeping it really practical again, we've gone back to another puffer coat, another Varley one, absolutely gorgeous. This sort of shiny fabric, initially when it first came in the office, I was like, ooh, not sure about that, but I'm seeing it everywhere. So it is going to be big. And this is another down coat as well, so incredibly warm. I'm wearing it in a size small and I've pulled it in at the waist, but to say it's a little bit tighter than their usual size small, so you might want to consider sizing up in this one. But yeah, it is really, really lovely, and once again it goes with the same pair of jeans. And not forgetting the trainers, which we all want to wear most of the time. So I've got some dark brown Adidas on at the moment. So I've picked up a dark brown coat just to show you how a long wool coat goes really nicely with a trainer. There's a tendency to think that you have to wear a trainer with the puffer coat that I just showed you, but that's not the case. The long wool coat will actually help elevate the trainer look. And notice here I've pulled the sleeves of the white Lily Silk cashmere jumper down, just as I explained at the start of the video. That is deliberate because I want to see that flash of white. If I didn't do that, and given that I'm quite petite, if I hide that now for you, there we go, it loses something straight away. It's almost like the jacket starts to overwhelm me. If we were to then do that jacket up, now it just looks big and brown and quite unstylish. Take away the bag, which is also lightening up the outfit, and now I'm just left with some brown trainers and a big brown coat. So this type of thing, doing the zhuzhing, it all makes a difference to how the whole outfit looks. So if you ever take anything from my styling videos, always take the fact that you need to style from head to toe, including all the accessories. We haven't even mentioned jewellery yet today, but I've had these two necklaces on throughout, and I've had these lovely earrings throughout as well. They have been consistent with every single outfit. I haven't needed to change them once, and nor have I needed to change a cream base layer either. So once again, proving that when you've got a cream base layer, it just goes with absolutely everything. Now, one of the key categories in my capsule wardrobe for my winter basics is casual items. This is the type of thing that I throw on every single night when I finish working, when I finish showing you lot my clothes or being smarter in front of my clients. I come home and I put on something casual like this. And this Lily Silk set is absolutely gorgeous for doing that. One, because it feels lovely. It is that golden ratio again of 70% wool, 30% cashmere. So really lovely and soft, but doesn't pill as much. And it's a relaxed hoodie style and matching trousers. I got it in the size medium because I wanted this sort of relaxed oversized look. Now the brilliant thing about this whole set is that you can dress it up or you can dress it down. I do it all the time. I add on a wool coat and it looks really nice, and I can leave the house in it. And I think I mentioned in last video how I'm often leaving the house late at night now because I've got teenage children, and if I'm wearing something like this to relax in, then I can still leave the house in it as well. It's also incredibly versatile because you can remove the hood from it. Can you see that? So if you don't like the hood, you've just left with a really nice V-neck jumper. And if the hoodie isn't quite for you, then they also do a cardigan. It's in the same 70%, 30% mix. It's a relaxed feel. It's got some pockets here. I've got it tucked in at the moment, but it's draping beautifully. And cardigans are going to be really, really big all this year and next year. And remember, with a cardigan, it's a great alternative when you can't get the V-neck, which often a lot of us need when you've got the bigger bust. I've obviously kept it on with the same trousers, but there's no reason why you can't dress this up. All of the quality of the Lily Silk stuff are just beautiful. All the ribbing details, the buttons they use, and yeah, as you can tell, I'm a genuine fan, particularly of their winter items. I just love them. Now, if the cashmere trousers are too casual for you, in my capsule wardrobe, for my basics, I've always got an elasticated pant. So some sort of wide leg jogger or a cropped ankle leg jogger, but something that looks smart, but actually is super comfortable. I've got these ones on at the moment. They've got the stripe down them. They're actually from Me&M, but you can get a lot more affordable pairs, although the Me&M ones do feel and look very lovely. And the type of thing you want to look out for, I don't think it will show up because they're dark, but they've got a seam right the way down the middle bit. When your relaxed pant, your jogger pant, has got that seam, then straight away it's going to look a little bit more elevated. So it means you could pair it with a wool coat, or you could pair it with a pair of heels, and it would still look okay. So I've just paired it with this lovely jumper from Varley. A cable knit jumper, again, is very much on trend. I'm not sure they ever really go out, but they're definitely having a moment right now, and this one is beautiful. I'm wearing it a size medium. And if jeans aren't your thing and a jogging pant isn't your thing either, then obviously we've got skirts. Now we could do an entire video on skirts, but I'm just going to show you this one today, and if you have an appetite for seeing more skirts, let me know and we can put it into the video schedule for you. This is from Lily Silk. It is 100% mulberry silk, and it is so thick and luxurious. Often a lot of these silk companies do much thinner millimeters on the silk. This is thick, so it's going to skim over your curves really nicely. It's not going to pull tight. The actual style of this is a little bit fishtaily at the bottom, which is flattering on all people. So I'm wearing it in a UK size 10, and it fits and feels beautiful. And often with these skirts, they've got the silk feel on the outside, but inside they're quite rough. That's not the case here. It is just beautiful, pure luxury. I wear it all the time. I wear it with my trainers. I wear it with a big jumper. I think I've done a video where I was wearing a cardigan with it as well. So it's actually a really versatile piece in your wardrobe. So that's it for today's video. Hopefully I've covered just the main basics in your winter capsule wardrobe. There are obviously lots of other categories, and we will will cover that as the season goes on, but the video would be too long to continue. But I think to cover jumpers, cardigans, trousers, jeans and shoes is about as much as we can put in one video for today. Remember, we've got that discount code for you. In fact, we've got 2 discount codes for you depending on how much you spend, so we'll put those on the screen for you now. And if you could press that subscribe button, we would be really grateful. It really does make a huge difference to us continuing to do the channel, to be honest with you. It's free for you to do. All you have to do is press the button, press the heart or press the thumbs up, I think it is, on YouTube, and yeah, we really would be very grateful. But we will see you again next week. In fact, I think we've got videos coming out every week now for quite a few weeks, so hope to see you back for that one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.